I say or Bowie because I've always said Bowie, and I know it's Bowie, like Bowie knife. But then in some interviews, even he said I can't remember anymore. How are you? Good. Greetings from Bermuda. Hello. Good evening. What is that song? Rock and Roll with Me by David Bowie off Diamond Dogs album. Maybe my favourite album. It certainly used to be, but then, I mean, there's at least 4 or 5 that vie for top position. I can't decide. Diamond Dogs, Young Americans, maybe a lad insane. Maybe a lad insane now. Great songwriting. Ziggy Stardust, obviously. And then, you know, I used to hate Lodger after Heroes, and now I love some of that now. Station to Station, great. Anyway, I like Bowie. He's great. Favourite Vaughan Williams piece? Variants, 5 variants of Dives and Lazarus. I used it on Cemetery Junction. Amazing. It's just, whenever, if I'm abroad, I think of that sometimes. It sounds like English countryside. Beautiful. Thanks for asking. Greetings from Folkestone. Hello from Dubai. Oh wow, this is picking up, isn't it? We're global. Just think if I put effort into this. That won't happen. What were we talking about? We were talking about somehow we got onto tips about screenwriting and writing for TV and jokes and films. I mean, I started off the conversation like you wouldn't want to hear that because it's too in, and then I just rambled into it. But a lot of people sent me other questions about writing, and it sort of comes down to one thing. I really think it's just be honest. I mean, there's no rules really. There's no rules, but there's certain sort of things you might want to follow. There's no real innovation anymore. You could think you've come up with a new way of writing and filming and directing and acting, but you know what? It's probably a matter of degrees. It's a matter of, you know, percentage ingredients. Everything's pretty much been invented. It's storytelling. That's all I can say really. And that can be in any format, whether it's sitcom that's packed with jokes and character, or a film that's packed with plot and intrigue, or stand-up, which is attitude, you know, or it's still down to one person telling another person what they know, or what they think they know, or what a terrible day they've had. And I say terrible day because someone telling you what a great day they've had isn't as interesting, I think, particularly in something like stand-up. You know, you want a comedy in general. I think you want someone to fall over for your pleasure. You never want to feel that someone's talking down to you. Just on a personal level, what's more interesting? A neighbour comes around and says, "I want to tell you about an amazing holiday, and it was absolutely perfect in every way. We got a bargain. This is the hotel. This is this. We won the prize for dancing. We're going back. It's amazing, right? What's more than that? Or it was terrible. He got drunk. We got chucked off the plane. We were there. What's more interesting? It's the terrible time, isn't it? Of course it is. Of course it is. So yeah, I'd say write about what you know, because then you won't get caught out, and it's just a way to be more honest. And be brave. Don't think, oh, this is too much for people. Find a way of making it not too much for people. You can make nearly everything palatable if it's interesting and honest. Um, who cares? Favourite type of spatula? Uh, I think I'd probably go for a plastic one. I feel they could get cleaner. A metal one, I don't like touching the saucepan. There's something about metal on metal that there's like the blackboard thing with the nails. So I like a nice plastic spatula, if I'm honest. And if I haven't got a spatula, I can use one of my feet because my feet are very flat. They're very flat and sort of square. So although these days I have to put the frying pan on the floor to use my foot because I can't get my leg up as high. None of this is true. None of this is true. You know that. You know that. Schadenfreude, yeah, sort of. But you don't really want. I think that was a reference to you like people to have a bad day, but they can be being funny about it. It can be with their blessing. I mean, if someone comes around and they broke down because everything went wrong and their family died when they were born, that wouldn't be funny. It's within reason, you know. I don't need to explain that, do I? Hey Ricky, time for yard work. Yard work, what have I done? Well, does this count? I scraped the magnolia petals out of the pond. That was about 40 seconds worth. I hammered the catch on the gate because it was bent and it wouldn't close properly where someone's forced it or the winds were. So I hammered that back in place. That fits. That was another 30 seconds. Played badminton. Jane beat me at table tennis. I mean, that's rare. That is rare. That was a bad day. It was she beat me 2 sets-0, which is, I don't think that's ever happened before. I think she was exploiting the fact that I was fat and old. How are you down with the pandemic? As I said before, you won't hear me complaining about that. Not when there's nurses doing 14-hour shifts and hospital workers, all frontline workers, key people, just out there doing it, and all I have to do is keep away from everyone. That's I've got the easy job, so I'm fine. How's your tooth? I think the antibiotics did the trick. Now I think this is it, right? Because I didn't know this, but when I went to the dentist last year, he said that you can cause an infection by it being a physical thing, a mechanical thing. Like he asked me if I grind on one side, and I think I probably do. I think I do. And he said teeth are opportunists, so sometimes they grow fast, but there's a gap, and so it's like these teeth touch before these teeth, if you know what I mean, by a millimetre. When I bite down, these touch first, so they're doing more work when I'm chewing, and sometimes you can cause a trauma, and the nerve sort of inflames, and that causes an infection. So I think that, and he X-rayed me, and he said I didn't have any cavities, or cracks. He says, that it's getting thin, so you might have to have a crown one day, and all that. But I actually asked this question, and the assistant laughed. She must have thought, is he serious? I said, and there's no other things? He went, like what? I said, I haven't got like bone cancer. Yeah. He went, no. I just thought I'd check. I'd had the X-ray. What? I mean, he's looking for a cavity, and I go, and while you're there, have I got cancer of the jaw? Yes or no? No, you haven't. Okay. Why wouldn't you check? Why wouldn't you check? I say, listen, I only see a dentist once every 10 years, so I've got a lot of questions. Oh, God. Stress grinding. Yeah, I don't feel stressed though, but you probably are. You probably are if you're working hard or worried about. Yeah, I don't think I grind when I'm asleep. Uh, I thought with these fangs, if I accidentally bite my lip or my cheek, I really know it. Like it's serious when I bite the inside of my mouth because they're jagged. They fucking hurt. Um, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, my tooth's all right. Thanks for asking. Um, Somebody said I look tired and pale. Well, I do feel tired in lockdown. I have felt tired. I think it's because there's no adrenaline rush to do stuff, and so I don't know. Is that a thing? Does anyone else sort of just feel like does doing less make you more tired? No deadline. I don't know, but I have felt a little bit. Well, I felt lazy. And I think I'm pale because I've got this terrible lighting, isn't it? But no, I don't think I'm particularly under the weather. Listen, you'd know about it. If I didn't feel well, Jane would be the first to know, and then everyone else would be the second. Um, what? Any questions? It's 12 minutes. Seems like longer, doesn't it? I'm going to pop up in lots of things soon. I've been doing these for various people. What have I done? I've done Conan's, his podcast. I think that comes out next week. I did Christian O'Connell's thing, the objects in your life that mean something. I did Edith Bowman's today, the tracks thing, the music in the afterlife. What else? Yeah, I've done a few others. I think the Daily Mirror one's out. I did. I'm doing radio next week. Radio 1 and 2 and 5 and what else? Talk and yeah. So you'll be sick of me. What with this? You are already. Have you seen Kerry's stand-up? Yeah, a couple of times. I haven't seen this new one. Obviously postponed, but I've seen and she did some warm-ups with me as well when I was doing. What was that? Was that Humanity or? I don't know. But yes, yeah. She's good. Very good. What is your favourite colour? Is that really a question? I don't know. Depends, doesn't it? If it's a carrot, orange. But orange teeth, they're not so good, are they? Depends. Green, again. Green's good if it's leaves, not if it's human skin. There's something wrong. It depends, doesn't it? Can't say what your favourite colour is. Clothes, it's black, isn't it? We know that. For beard, it would be black if I could grow a black beard. It's never been that. Even when my hair was really dark, nearly black, my beard still came through a bit brown and ginger and then lots of grey. Lots of grey. Uh, Black cats, right? Listen to this, right? Adopt a black cat if you can. They're always the last in rescue centres. Now, I thought that was like superstition, which I think some people it was, right? But no, do you know what it is now? They don't photograph well in selfies. People actually don't want a black cat because they don't Instagram well. I mean, there are some fucking idiots in the world, aren't there? Oh, God. So yeah, if you're gonna if you get a pet, get a rescue. If you're gonna get a cat, get a little black cat. Is my advice. Why not? 3 words to describe Whitney. Well, that's the estate I grew up in. Um, I've got fond memories of it. I mean, there were bits when I was growing up that were, I suppose, scary when you're a kid. There's alleys. You think, the worst thing that happens when you're a kid is getting beaten up by a gang. Oh, they were gang. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't like the Sharks and the Jets. You know what I mean, though. But growing up, what did I think of it? Uh, um, I don't know. Lots of houses and lots of gardens. It was Whitley. It was famous for a smell apparently, which didn't bother me. The Whitley whiff, because it was near. We were near a place called Manor Farm. Well, it was, I don't know, some sort of silage thing, and if the wind changed, there was a little whiff of manure. But and also where Reading Festival used to be when I was little, again, if the wind was going the right direction, I could hear the band from my bedroom window. Um, so I basically said scary, smelly, and noisy, but I don't mean that. I don't. I, I had a nice time growing up in Whitley, all in the same boat, good as gold. Uh, Daily exercise routine. Well, play badminton, table tennis. Uh, I do a little workout. My gym workout is down to about 7 minutes now because I do it every day. I think I can get away with doing a bit less. And same as my run. My run's getting shorter and shorter. Um, so am I. I'm shrinking like a fat little moomin running around now, getting slower and creaky. Just sitting. I like to sit on the floor. Right? That's up to me. And just getting up, I have to put like a hand on the coffee table, put a hand on the couch, sort of get into a position like I'm a weightlifter, like get the legs underneath me, and then I have to like a slow frog. It's like speeded up, it would look quite good, but in real time, it's like a frog or a toad hopping, but slowed down. It's like so, like speeded up, that would look quite good, but that's what it feels like. Someone on a screen grab that, don't they? So I'll do it again for you. This is Ricky getting up. Right, we've run out of shit. Come on. Right, that was 20 minutes. Come on, let me off. See you tomorrow. Um, uh, Stay safe. Don't go out unless it's to shopping or running. Stay away from people. Clap for the NHS. All the heroes in hospitals. yeah, and keep your spirits up. Cheers. See you tomorrow for more gold. This is dynamite, isn't it? What content? Just the internet is like it's emptying a drawer out the window, isn't it? And now I've joined in. Started off with good intentions, and now it's just. I mean, this summer though, isn't it? Thanks for listening, everyone.